Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our live chat. We gave a little bit of time for the Devi Army to join. Can you please verify that everyone is listening okay? You can please comment on the main chat. And also make sure you share this link and you invite everyone to join. We are living one of the biggest opportunities of our lifetimes. Right now, the fastest legal way to become a millionaire is cryptocurrency. Crypto moves in cycles. The last bull run, crypto printed a lot of millionaires. It happened in the bull run before, and it's going to happen again. Now's the time for us to identify those opportunities and have the mindset to make it happen. Cryptocurrency has a lot of opportunities. Now, it's very important to understand that there is a lot of risk out there. And as investors, we have to find a way to minimize the risk. One of the ways to minimize the risk, especially if you don't have the experience, because a lot of you guys are probably new in this space. Some of you might have a little bit more experience. The best solution for this problem is to find a tool that can help us minimize the risk. Devve is going to be that tool for you guys. The way Devve ecosystem is being built is to solve that problem. Crypto is the Wild West. There's a lot of scams going around. There's a lot of people making mistakes, even those that have experience sometimes make mistakes. Look what happened last week. Someone lost $78 million because I think it was $78 million if I'm not mistaken. That money was sent to the wrong wallet. That person literally lost his money. Can't get it back. So Devve, inside the ecosystem that is being built, is going to have tools to prevent problems like the one I just mentioned. We live in a different era right now in blockchain. In the past, everyone was talking about DeFi. Everyone had the flag of, I don't want to tell anyone what I'm doing. I don't want to follow the rules. I'm a rebel. But in reality, society needs rules, needs regulation. And we need to start putting those dots together in blockchain. Right now, if you go out there and start looking into the blockchains that we know that they've been around for a long time, like Ethereum, for example, there's been billions of dollars that got lost. last decade due to scams, mistakes, and a lot of problems where projects were launching and there was a lack of information. The KYB, or know your business. Everyone can go to Ethereum right now and build something. It takes a little bit of knowledge to create a contract and launch a project, make a fake website. Even with projects that came out that were legit, somewhere in the middle, problems happen. Like there's a lot of tokens out there that you started with that X amount of tokens. And for those that know and those that don't know, there are contracts out there where you can literally print more tokens. In a lot of projects that they launch, everything looked legit. And a few months later, they went ahead and print new tokens, and they just did a rug pull and sucked the liquidity out. Sometimes it was planned. Sometimes the developers probably didn't do their diligence in the contract, had these issues, didn't get audited, and problems like that happen. Many projects were having problems like that. So all those problems that were making crypto investors lose a lot of money are not going to happen in Devve. And that is the solution right there. Because as a tool for an investor, the assurance that a project that is being launched in the Devve ecosystem has gone through a lot of research, where the team, in order for the project to be approved, had to apply and provide information that is going to protect the investors. And that's very valuable for you as an investor and for the whole ecosystem. Now, Devve is an evolution of the blockchain that we know. It's going from the internet. Remember back in the days where internet was very slow, you got mail time. Now we have internet that is fast. So Ethereum is that internet, dial-up internet, when it first got started. Now Devve is that 5G internet you're getting now. Why this is important? Why the problems that Devve is solving is important? We need to understand that institutions and governments cannot afford mistakes that Ethereum, Solana, used to name a few blockchains. A government has to assure that those contracts, and remember, we need to understand something here. Blockchain is just not crypto, okay? If you think a blockchain is just buy and sell cryptocurrencies online, I mean, you got to go a little deep because there's a lot more than that, okay? You can use blockchain for a lot of different scenarios. Let's mention a few. Let's talk about energy, okay? Imagine your local electrical company utilizing blockchain into their system. They can assure the consumers that the electricity they're using versus the electricity they're paying match by allowing the energy to be registered in the blockchain, as well as those meters that you have at your house reading all your appliances and your consumption, connecting with a software that generates at the end of the day your bill at the end of the month. So if blockchain is used in something like this, there's transparency because it assures the consumer that that energy that you consume is what you're actually paying. And it's so beautiful that in real time you can literally go to your app and then you can see on a daily at the second the amount of energy that you're using, so you can adjust to your needs. So that's one example. There's companies out there that are already implementing blockchain for this. There's one called Energy Web. Let's talk about politics, for example. Elections. Imagine an election inside the blockchain. We all talk about fraud and corruption inside our governments. If an election is implemented into the blockchain, where each individual that is allowed to vote gets registered in the blockchain as well as the candidate with all the smart contracts, during election day, let's just say 8 a.m., election opens. You don't even need to go out of your house to vote. You can literally open your app that is validated, for the government that you're voting, where you can have all your candidates for president, mayors, Congress, whatever. And in real time, you can vote for that candidate. Okay? In real time, at the end of the day, election completes or finishes at 5 p.m. Let's just say that. And you're going to know who wins. Because blockchain solves that. Blockchain is transparent. So blockchain is more than just buying and selling crypto. Okay? Devve connects the outside world, okay, into the blockchain. We all know about Chainlink, the Oracle, and how Chainlink allows a lot of these things to happen. Okay. The problem with Chainlink is, first of all, in order for you to connect with them, you got to have a lot of resources. You got to have a lot of money. It's not that simple. Where Devve is coming out saying, come to us, build with us, customize your needs. Because that's one of the things I like about Devve, is that you can customize what you need for the purpose where you're going to be using Devve. So if you're a government and you want to use a blockchain and you have to, let's just mention elections, so you can create an election contract program, whatever you want to call it, inside Devve, adjust it for your needs, and then you can use it. Now, do you think a government will go out and use Ethereum to do something like this? Hell no. Because you need transparency. So we need to accept and we need to adapt in blockchain evolution. Look what's happening right now to even Ethereum, I believe, is being sued by the SEC. Look what happened to CC. Binance has been mentioned a few times too, and all these exchanges have been mentioned a few times. So Devve is using all those mistakes that they made to bring to the world the best blockchain ever built. Not just the fastest, okay? And I'm gonna tell you guys, there are governments already talking to Devve. I can guarantee you that. I don't know the details. Oh, by the way, this is my Bukele hat. I was in El Salvador during election day where he won. So there are governments, and by the way, I'm not saying Bukele is talking to Devve. I'm just happen to like Bukele, okay? So governments are talking to Devve because they see and they understand what Devve is capable of, okay? It only takes one announcement, just one announcement, for a government that is going to be using Devve, and you know what's going to happen, okay? To the price, which I can openly talk about price. How about enterprises? IBM tried to build a blockchain in the past, okay, and they failed. Do you think China likes, for example, the US dollar? Will China allow the US dollar to be used on their soil, at their ecosystem where you can go to pay with US dollars at a restaurant in their country? Or can you use, the yuan and go to Disney World and right at the counter say, I'm going to buy a ticket with China currency or Russia currency? That's not going to happen. So IBM tried to build a blockchain, then they failed. And that's what I just mentioned about currencies. That's one of the reasons why Bitcoin is literally eventually going to take over a lot of these problems. It's going to solve a lot of these problems financially because everyone likes Bitcoin, right? So now we have a blockchain at our hands that is actually working. I encourage you guys to go and open a wallet and download Leadcraft video game, by the way. Try it, play it, use some NFTs, move things around, and you'll see it is there. It is working. It's going to start getting promoted more when the time is right. A lot of people's talking about marketing. Listen, guys, you got to have the right timing for marketing. Okay? You got to have the right timing for marketing. If you don't do it at the right time, what's going to happen is it's just going to be a waste of resources. And it's not going to have the effect that we want. So we need to be patient, okay? So back to the idea of enterprises and governments. It's a lot easier for a corporation to connect to a blockchain, make the changes and customize what they need is easier than try to build your own blockchain. And eventually in the next decade, I don't know if 100%, maybe a big percentage of the corporations worldwide will have to use blockchain. Regulation is very important for the ecosystem. either we like it or not. It's there, or it's not that it's coming, it's there. So here we have a blockchain that is following the rules. That is already, the governments are talking, some governments are talking to Devve already, because they understand that in order for a blockchain to be successful, it has to follow the rules. They're not talking to Ethereum. The only reason Ethereum is the second largest blockchain out there in cryptocurrency is because the age has been around for a while. There's a lot of companies that are using it. I mean, when I say companies, is cryptocurrency companies that built on it. But there's a lack of leadership. Okay? Look what's happening right now in the US. Everyone is criticizing the president of the United States because of the lack of leadership. So you need a blockchain that has leadership. In Devve, I mean, go to the website when you get a chance. I mean, if you're here, you're in the crypto, you're a Devve investor, I'm sorry, you need to take the time and do your research. Go to the website and look at the team behind. Look at the advisors. Okay? So we know we have the leadership. Okay? We know we have the blockchain that is scalable, is fast, regulation, adoption is coming. Okay? That's literally all it takes, guys. And I'm telling you, I mean, I don't know details, but I'm smart enough to understand where things are happening. When I talk to people, I kind of get the feeling of what's behind scenes. Okay, and I had the opportunity to listen to some videos to literally get details out of conferences that some of the team members have done. And then I got the opportunity to talk to them a few times. As a matter of fact, the other day, they took the time to answer. We had a question about staking, and they came to us and they cleared a couple of things with the whales. As you know, we have a whale chat, which you're welcome to join. If you own 50,000 or more Devves, please join us. It's a very, very, very nice group. Okay, I'm telling you, the whales are behind Devve. We'll continue buying. I mean, this thing right now is like buying Bitcoin when the pizza. Remember the pizza? 10,000 Bitcoins for one pizza or two pizzas. Well, this is your pizza time right now, guys. Devve is your pizza time. Okay, make sure you get your slice. You're gonna do very well. Everyone right now on Devve. In the next year or two, and if you hold for 5 years, you're gonna be fucking filthy rich. Excuse my expression. So you might ask yourself, why is Roger telling us all this? I just want to be a millionaire. Right? That's what you guys want. Well, we need to understand. Okay, we need to understand that right now, the reason why we're saying all this is because you have to connect the dots. Okay? So let's move on to the Launchpad, because that's where things become interesting. It's the Launchpad. I had a lot of experience in the past with Launchpads. Okay? And this is the secret sauce. How you become a millionaire in the next bull run is going to happen through that Launchpad. Because you're going to be having access to top projects that got clearance by a team of experts in all different areas that is giving the green light to these projects to be launched on the Devve Launchpad. Good projects. And if you're staking your tokens, you're going to benefit from the airdrops. And you're going to benefit from the allocation of buying on this pre-sales. You'll be buying literally at the floor. I mean, when you buy a pre-sale, you're buying at the lowest possible. Okay? So that's a very, very strong floor right there. When the project launch, we know it's good because they already filter it. A little bit of marketing. Team starts delivering. And then you're gonna see some really good price action on those projects. I seen it happen. Okay, in the last bull cycle, I was an investor in a project that was literally a launchpad. Besides listen to this, guys. The token did 1,000x. Okay, the token that represented the launchpad did 1,000x. Do the math right now if that happens to them. Put $1,000 right now, multiply it for 1,000, and there you go. Or $10 times 1,000. For every dollar invested, you make $999. How about that? You have $1 right now, go buy Devve. This thing does 1,000x, you make $999. And why? And this is what's coming. This is what I think is going to happen. I'm pretty sure this is what's coming. Okay. The launchpad's already there. We have the new the first project being launched, Fias, which is a $200,000 market cap. That's insane. I mean, this thing goes to $2 million, and then you did a 10x. That's simple. If you compare apples with apples, okay, and we go to Axie Infinity right now, Axie Infinity is sitting at $1.9 billion market cap. $1 billion market cap. Okay? Fias is coming out at 200,000. And look what Axie Infinity did on the last bull cycle. And if you haven't seen the game, okay, if you haven't seen the game, go download it and play it. Go to leadcraft.com and then you can download the game, read the white paper. But I'm telling you, if you download the game, you start playing it, and with all the different games within the game, they have a Candy Crush style game. They have a Minecraft style game. I mean, it was named number 2. Was it CoinGraph? I can't remember the name. Number 2. A game that it's already working. It's already, like, you can go there and play it, okay? You're not participating in a pre-sale where money is being raised to build something. No, this is already there working, okay? That makes a big difference in crypto. You're not buying one of those meme coins, which is it's just a fucking dog on an idea reading on a napkin. No, this is an actual working product. So please read the white paper, download the game, play it, so you get a feeling about what this is going to do. $200,000 market cap, guys. Now, Devve, what's going to happen is Fias is going to be so successful that everyone's going to say, hey, hold on for a second. Fias was launched at Devve. Okay? So Devve is a launchpad. It's an ecosystem. Remember, not just a launchpad, guys. We got to remember, we got an ecosystem. You literally have a wallet. You have a blockchain, fastest in the world. You have a launchpad. You have a marketplace. You're going to have governments working with them. top 500 companies working with them, or maybe one of the top 3 companies in the world. Who knows? Think what's going to happen. Let's dream a little bit. Okay. Imagine if one day, with all these regulations happening, and Devve, as we know, is following the rules. It's going to start getting licenses all over the world. And then one day, one of those top 3 companies are going to look at us. Maybe BlackRock one day will look at us and say, hold on for a second. Look at this. We're thinking about doing something with Ethereum. Why don't we do it with this company? They're getting started. They already delivered. They have the blockchain working. Why don't we look into this? Just imagine one announcement of a top 3 company, a top 10 company in the world, saying, oh, we're going to work together with Devve. Forget about $2. Forget about $10. This thing is just going to blow up. And it's going to go, I don't know. What's our market cap right now? $9.4 million. Deviated market cap. You want to compare that with Solana? Solana market cap is at $66 billion. That's huge, guys. That's huge. Now, if you look, and this is something that it is one of those things that sometimes you say, is this a sign? Is this really a sign? You know what all-time lows, according to CoinGecko, on Solana was? 50 cents. It was 4 years ago, May 11, 2020. The all-time low of Solana was 50 cents. If you look at the total circulating supply, we actually have less supply than Solana. And Solana right now sitting at $145. Okay? So let that sink in. So this Launchpad, that is probably the biggest gift that you ever had in crypto and in your whole life. It's going to start bringing to you top projects where you're going to be able to buy pre-sale, where you're going to be earning airdrops from these projects that are going to launch using Devve. So the way you're going to become a millionaire this next bull cycle is by participating in every single pre-sale that comes out. This is not financial advice, but the person telling you this did it already. I made millions of dollars using a Launchpad in the last cycle, and history repeats itself. This is going to happen again. We are going to do it again. I am going to do it again. Are you going to be with me, or just going to be watching this happen in front of you? This is your time. This is your moment to change your life, to decide where this is going. Are you going to be hoping that one of those shit coins that you're holding right now, that you're probably down, is going to go 1,000x overnight with nothing behind, with no utility, with no team behind, you someone trying to take your money and laugh at your face, or you're going to be in the right place with the right people, with the right team, with the right leadership, where the tools providing are attracting governments, are attracting enterprises. What size are you going to be? Are you going to be on this side, or are you just going to be on the other side waiting to see what happens? Because you know what's going to happen here. We know what's coming with Devve. We have whales buying like crazy. We have a Kraken that owns over 1 million Devves. And some crazy people is selling Devve right now at these prices, following other projects. Hey, listen, if you need the money, I understand. This is an open market. You need the money, I understand. You do what you got to do. But if you're just gambling somewhere else, no. Be smart. What you have here right now is the biggest opportunity of your life. And this is me telling you, it's not like, oh, I just woke up this morning and I say, you know what? This is it. No, I had the experience over 7 years in crypto, made a lot of mistakes in crypto, lost money, made millions in crypto. Left millions on the table too because I didn't had an exit plan. When you buy all these pre-sales, you got to have an exit plan. You know what my exit plan is? I'm going to tell you what my exit plan is. I'm going to buy every single pre-sale that comes out of Devve. I'm going to make money. I'm going to leave 20% of whatever money I make. So if that goes to the moon, that's going to be my moon bag. And the rest, I'm going to enjoy 20%, and the rest is going back to Devve. Because Devve, with the supply, with the solutions that it's bringing to the world, is nothing. This is like trying to own one Bitcoin, 21 million Bitcoins, and then you have billions of people around the world. Everyone's going to be talking about Devve 5 years, 10 years from now, say, oh shit, there's not enough Devve for everyone. Maybe Devve will be $1,000 a piece. And you think I'm crazy? Go look at the crypto history. Go look at Ethereum when it came out. This is a different game. There's more people paying attention about crypto right now. There's more exposure about crypto. Our CEO was on national television the other day. Once they start rolling these marketing campaigns, all these influencers talking about Devve, talking about the Launchpad, the blockchain, the marketplace, what do you think is going to happen to the price, people? Do you think we're going to stay here at 40, 50 cents? No. Look at the history. Look everything, the way this game works, especially nowadays, is smart money, is following the right projects. You're lucky enough that not many people knows about Devve. This is how lucky you guys are, because this is getting started, right? Even though it's been around for a while, but we just launched no longer ago. News are going to start rolling out. Listing new exchanges. Hey, let's talk about an exchange. Let's talk about the exchange. Devve is building the best crypto exchange that we ever know. Listen, better than Binance, better than Coinbase under regulation. Imagine a tier 1 exchange that has a launchpad attached to it, that there's going to be hundreds of projects that are going to try to use the launchpad, because you're going to get not just the investors that are going to be want to participate and buy the pre-sale, but they're also going to want to be listed on that exchange. There's licenses already in the process, guys, for this. One announcement after another. Alliances, big names, investors start talking about this. What do you think is going to happen? And if you add to this the fact that eventually, which we're not that far away, the bull cycle is going to start in full throttle. And everyone's gonna be panicking. Those that sold Devve, they're gonna panic. They're gonna say, shit, I missed the boat. I'm going back in. And be smart because we don't know. I've been following some wallets out there that what they're doing is they're selling and they're buying back. So I'm just telling you guys, something big is coming. Okay, something big is coming, and you gotta be ready. You have 45 days or less. You got 45 days or less. And then you'll realize where Devve is going. I already know where it's going without knowing without knowing the news, because I don't know the news. I'm just assuming the news. And listen, guys, you need to understand something too. The team, there is so much they can tell, okay? Because they have non-disclosure agreements, they have a lot of contracts, they have a lot of things they gotta follow, and they gotta follow a lot of rules too. When the time is right, you're gonna get the news. This is your opportunity. We're all together in this. We have a great team, we have a leadership. We have a working product. We have a pre-sale of a project launching a $200,000 market cap that right now I think it's gonna make you guys a lot of money. So if you have Devve, not financial advice, but I'll say stake 80% of your Devve. Leave the other 20% out so you can stake it later. Because as much Devve that you stake, the more Devve you stake, the more airdrops you're going to get. And those airdrops is just free money, people. Free money. On this launchpad that I was involved in the past, I was getting all these airdrops. I was making money left and right. I was buying real estate. I was buying Ferraris, I was buying watches, and I was smart enough to invest in real estate because of course we had the crash, right? The fastest legal way to become a millionaire is crypto. And inside that, the biggest opportunity in crypto right now is Devve. This is the moment. This is the time in your life where you decide where you want to be next year. This is the time that is going to change the future. That is going to make sure you have a good retirement. If you have kids, this is the time where your kids are going to have an enjoyable life. Over 10 years ago, someone bought 2 pizzas with 10,000 Bitcoins. Right now, you can buy Devve at 50 cents. This is your pizza time, people. Grab your slice now. That is cheap. Even if you buy Devve at $1, $2, it doesn't matter. If you bought Devve below $2, you still got in cheap. If you DCA, hey, you know what that means. Please do your research. I am also going to ask you to join tomorrow Austin, okay? Austin from BlockBytes is one of our whales. He was with me the other day on the last space that I had that I wasn't able to record it, but this one is being recorded. So please make sure you join him tomorrow. This guy, he has a lot of experience in crypto. He was involved with Phantom, and I'm telling you, the connections he has over 123,000 people following on X, and I really like this guy. He's very, very smart. Join him tomorrow you'll get a lot of good advices from him too. And also, make sure you follow him on Twitter. I'm gonna share the links on the Telegram chat when I get a chance. And also, I want you to share, I want you to follow my friend Oscar Rodriguez. Oscar Rodriguez, he's also one of our whales. But what I like about this guy, okay, this guy, he's a computer engineer, graduated top of his class at University of New York. He has 2 master's degrees, and he's gonna become a doctor in leadership. But his specialty is data analytics, okay? He's the vice president of data analytics of Citigroup, which is one of the biggest companies in the world, biggest bank too. And he's one of us. He's one of our whales. And what he does for a living, guys, he analyzes data. That's what he does. He does that for a bank, for the biggest bank in the world. And he is here telling us where this is heading. So go to his Twitter, you'll see some very interesting posts where he makes a good analysis about Solana and about Devve. And then please follow them. And then listen, if you're well, you got 50,000 or more Devves, send me a DM on Telegram and we'll invite you to our well chat. Hey, one more time. Thank you. Thanks everyone for joining. This means a lot to me. I'm not getting paid to do this. I'm not part of the team. I am doing this because I'm passionate about helping others, and that's one of the reasons why I started my company, Avenida Crypto. We're registered in El Salvador. We do a lot of education in Spanish. My native language is Spanish, so if you don't understand my English, but that's the explanation why. But I just like to help other guys, and I think right now with Devve, this is just a very good opportunity for everyone. I really enjoy the community. It's healthy. You know, you have the conversation, you engage conversations with whales and then with people in the main chat, and you can tell that you're dealing with smart people. You're all smart. It's not like you go to those meme coin chats and they're all talking, you know, crap about each other. So thank you. I really appreciate that. So again, I'm gonna try to do this at least every 15 days. And any questions in the chat or any suggestions. And here's one more thing, guys. Here's one more thing. I'm not allowed to tell you because I can't. You have 45 days. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.